Nuh-uh.
Introduce Big Fuzz bass.
No. Introduce 8 basses.
What? Oh, it's 8?
It's 8 basses to make that sound.
You know you can just buy a Big Muff off Craigslist, Paul.
My brain.
I can't unhear it.
This is a show about the 500 albums that Rolling Stone says are the best, and we're gonna talk about them ad nauseum. This is a show about the 500 albums that Rolling Stone says are the best, and we're gonna talk about them ad nauseum. This is a show about the 500 albums that Rolling Stone says are the best, and we're gonna talk about them ad nauseum. This is a show about the 500 albums that Rolling Stone says are the best, and we're gonna talk about them ad nauseum.
Aloysius, vicious, delicious. Aloysius. Southern Indiana U. Welcome to the Backwards Beats podcast. I'm Carl Carter Fansteel.
I'm Dan Woodard.
Happy to be with you this week.
As I am with you.
It's a turn of times.
How so?
I read a thing today.
Ooh.
It said in the next 30 days, we are going to get 93 minutes of sunlight back a day over the next 30 days.
Okay. Got it. Yep.
Now, mind you, 60 minutes of that is attributed to daylight savings time.
So that's where I was going to call your BS. Just because we move the hands on the clock doesn't mean that we changed the Earth's rotation in its spot around the sun.
No, I don't believe there's little rocket thrusters that slow the Earth down.
Yeah.
However, I will value the better part of an hour and a half worth of daylight in the evening, so I don't feel like going to bed at 5:30 anymore.
Yeah.
That will be fantastic.
Yes. I just have a hard time when everyone's like, oh, we get another more hour of daylight or whatever. I'm like, we get the same amount. We just change what time that's called.
There's an argument that you actually lose the same amount of time because of anticipation and lag in your own mind. So I don't believe in that. What I do believe in is the hours that I'm generally awake, having more daylight. I'm into that.
Yep. I actually just believe in UTC, Universal, or UTC, Universal Coordinated Time, which essentially is there's one time zone.
Yep.
And you might eat lunch at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
That's fine.
That's cool.
Yep. Doesn't have to be noontime.
It's just a word.
It's just a word.
It's just a word.
What are we talking about?
I think we're talking about an album today simply called Ram.
Ram.
This is by Paul McCartney and his wife, I assume, Linda McCartney.
That's
she
correct.
Does share the name.
She does share the name.
And this album was released in 1971.
That is
a fine
correct.
year.
It was, especially given it was May 17th, because now you have a bit of a palindrome between 17 and 71.
Wow.
Look at that.
You know how I work? No, you work in coding and computers.
So this is number 450 on Rolling Stone magazine's 500 greatest albums of all time list, which is the purpose of this podcast.
Look at us go. We sang ourselves praises last week. I know 450, the rounded number, seems like our 50th. It certainly isn't. It's our 51st.
That's correct. Because also as someone who works in IT and programming, numbers start at 0.
Da.
Because when you are 1 year old,
you've
lived an entire year.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's a great way to remember it.
Yeah.
Not that I need it. I don't trip over that.
Yeah.
But some fools do.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is kind of cool because you get this Paul McCartney outside of the Beatles, add a wife, and more importantly, a really cool picture on the album art to boot.
Yeah, he's grappling with a ram.
I wouldn't call it grappling. It almost looks like
he's petting it.
He's pacified a ram and is holding the head to show you for a picture. If you change the colors of this, it could just be a Christmas card.
He looks like he's taking this engagement with the ram fairly seriously, though.
The ram doesn't look very serious about it.
No,
the ram's like, I could throw this white man around so fast.
Well, that's why Sir Paul looks like he's paying attention.
Understood.
Yeah.
Are we sure the ram's even alive or real, not just a taxiderm Eid?
He is real.
Okay.
He is real. It's him holding a ram by the horns. This is photographed by Linda at their Scottish farm, so it's his ram.
Oh, understood.
Yeah.
That would explain on Spotify half of the videos of him like riding horses over the track and stuff, and then just like frolicking across a farm.
Yeah.
That's sweet. Good on them.
Good on them.
I don't know how the ram feels about it, but the rest of them like it.
Sure. So, Paul McCartney, for those of you who don't know, he played, bass guitar in this band called The Journeymen.
Yeah.
And then he did this.
That's it.
That's it.
Nothing else.
Right. Quarrymen. Sorry. Quarrymen.
Later he's in Wings.
Yes, later he's in Wings. Yes, but yes. So nothing in between then happened. But oddly enough, I'm not sure why in my research here, we talk about this band, the Beatles, that disbanded in April of 1970, and it's sort of. We'll get into the Beatles disbandment later, but Paul announced to the public his first solo album called McCartney, which was a one-man band. He played all the instruments, which he's known to do. Did you know that Paul McCartney played drums on a Foo Fighters song?
I did know this.
Yeah.
I did know this. They made it quite the, as the people of the pond would call it, presser about it.
Yep. So by the late 1970, Paul was embroiled in some legal battles to help dissolve the Beatles. I don't know why he was so involved in dissolving the Beatles when he did nothing for like 8 years between his previous band. But
sounds about right.
Yeah.
I mean, the Beatles were a massive deal. Is the difference?
That's what I heard.
Yeah. The previous band. Yeah. You're just like, hey, can I get my cables back? The Beatles, they're like, hey, I need like years of my life and mindset and innocence from acid trips back.
Yeah.
And endless amounts of money I probably should give back to you.
Yeah. What's unfortunate though with the demise of the Beatles was there was some bad blood for a bit. Some of that bad blood was just fueled by media and press more than reality.
The industry will tear it apart.
Yeah.
If you let it.
Yeah. But so we can get into the Beatles. We'll get into the Beatles. How many times do you think we'll get into the Beatles in this podcast? 10?
Yeah, that's probably safe. It's 10, give or take 2.
Yeah.
Is what I put it at. And for the record, I don't know anything about Beatles. Like I don't. I'm just that guy. Like, yay, Beatles.
Okay.
I appreciate them. I'm hoping this makes me a believer. But I actually have a negative stigma towards the Beatles that I fight off often.
Okay.
As a man who covers a lot of Beatles songs and is entrenched in a realm of people who expect me to love and worship the Beatles, I simply enjoy some of the Beatles. Mm-hmm. And that's it. And I don't know anything about their history. I know there was a building they did a concert on top of. Mm-hmm. I know that Ringo was highly controversial about whether he's the best or the worst drummer or anywhere in between at any given time. Mm-hmm. I know that no matter who you are, everybody seems to not like Yoko Ono. And I know that a lot of people had bad blood with them and tried to off several of them, and some are successful. So that's what I got.
Okay.
I also know their catalog fairly well. Like I could name 30 Beatles songs without flinching. I could name 10 Beatles albums probably. Mm-hmm. But I've only listened to 1 or 2 in their entirety, and that was like kind of forced.
Okay.
So I need Beatles therapy is what I'm getting at here.
I think
don't make assumptions when speaking to me about the Beatles ever.
Yeah.
Because I will sit here and give you a blank stare and nod.
Got it. So Beatles are done at this point. There's legal stuff going on. He moved from the Ram sessions from London to New York City. And unlike the debut, he decided to recruit professional session musicians for this album, trying to get a little bit more collaborative sound. This album was recorded between October 1970 and March 1971. And one interesting thing about the seeking of session musicians is they did blind auditions, meaning the session musicians didn't know who they were auditioning for because they didn't want there to be any
bias.
Yeah,
Like, he doesn't want them to play like they're playing a Beatles tune.
Yeah, I was
That's
wondering.
actually brilliant.
Yeah. So it's a little bit of that. We should talk about Linda.
Yeah.
So born Linda Louise Eastman in New York of 1941. She was the daughter of a prominent entertainment lawyer, Lee Eastman. She studied art history at the University of Arizona, where she developed her serious interest in photography. Even though she's no longer with us, her Instagram is still live with some of her photography. She took some pretty cool photos. She's very well known.
Oh, that's super cool.
She became in 1960.
Did she pass in a gracious way?
What's that?
Like old age or?
I thought I wrote that down.
No one took her out, right?
No one took her out.
Right,
No,
cool.
no. Maybe I did write it down later on. In 1968, she became the first female photographer to have a cover on Rolling Stone magazine, which is a portrait of Eric Clapton.
I knew we were baited into this. We see you, Rolling Stone,
Yep.
uncovering the truths.
She was the house photographer at the Fillmore East, capturing some very iconic images of Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, and the Rolling Stones.
Talk about access.
Yeah.
Sorry, Paul. You ain't the first to have her, bruv.
Yeah. And so because she was a photographer and her last name was Easton, people thought she was related to the Eastman Kodak family. But her father had changed their family name from Epstein to Eastman.
Shut up. They knew.
They knew.
They knew.
They knew.
Oh my God. If someone send this, that won't do anything. No one's doing any work there anyway.
Right.
Oh my God. Yeah, I much prefer Eastman. They make cool guitars. Like,
Yeah, absolutely. Paul and Linda met at Bag of Nails Club in London in 1967 and reconnected in New York about a year later. They married in March 1969. Paul adopted Linda's daughter, Heather, from a previous marriage. And Paul encouraged Linda to participate in music for Ram, primarily for some of the emotional support, given how tight he was with his former bandmates.
Yeah.
It was a fairly traumatic experience for him to go through all that.
It's a
But for all
massive
of them.
change.
Yeah.
And you move over to New York, the whole thing.
So she provides harmony vocals, was credited as co-writer on several tracks, which drew some skepticism.
Did better than John's girl did. Chuck Berry video.
Oh my
That
God.
Chuck Berry video.
Yeah. Some of the
film of 45 minutes of a slow shot ejaculation. These are real things, y'all.
Yeah. Hey, respect her art.
Maybe I know more about the Beatles than I thought.
Yeah. So part of their, I mentioned that they had a farm in Scotland, and their domestic bliss and that farm became part of the thematic heart of this album, which people criticize for it, like songs like Eat at Home or whatever. Okay. So they're singing about like having breakfast in bed. Big deal.
Shut up.
Yeah.
What are you writing about?
Yeah. Right. Let's see. The key collaborators in this album are guitarist Dave Spinoza, Hugh McCracken, and
Kringle McCringleberry?
that's why I was Key and Peeler legends, and drummer Denny Seiwell, who basically later joined Wings.
I'm about to say, what Monster, by the way. Monster.
Yeah,
My favorite artist on this album.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Some great drums on this. The orchestral arrangements on this recorded with the New York Philharmonic at A&R Studios.
Do you know who the Ranger was?
Mr. George Martin.
Oh, well, there. Say no more, fam.
Yeah.
Also, fantastic showing on this album.
Yeah. But with all of that, so he's credited on Uncle Albert and Almar Halsey and Backseat My Car. Those are the
Yeah.
Backseat, good song. But this album is kind of credited for some early influences because it's sort of a handmade. it's rough in some spots.
Yeah,
but
roughish.
roughish, but polished. It's kind of hard to.
It's. I think it's rough where they want it to be rough.
Yeah.
Because at this point, he has access to any unlimited resources, effectively, right?
Yeah.
Just say no more than, hey, George Martin's going to arrange for the New York Philharmonic. That's you don't just phone that one in,
Right.
and so I think when we hear Rough Around the Edges, it may be nostalgia. They're trying to channel a time. Nothing slipped through this sieve. I mean, especially when you're releasing an album on your own dime.
Yep.
And you know that your old bandmates are listening. You know your old legacy is going to be held to your standard.
Yeah.
You don't just simply put out a piece.
Right.
That's not what happened here, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah. Initial critical reception was pretty brutal. John Landau, Rolling Stone, called it incredibly inconsequential.
That's an interesting way to put anything. Yeah. So that's just like an implication that he has enough fame he can afford to fall. Like that's what I hear when I hear that.
Yeah, a lot of people at the time were thinking that they preferred John Lennon's more serious political work that was happening. And even with what George Harrison was working on at the same time. I already mentioned they didn't really like the domestic themes being lightweight and silly.
Those are my favorite songs.
Yeah. I mean, did anyone criticize Maxwell's Silver Hammer? Actually, they did. But they did. He really, it actually hit Paul pretty hard. He was deeply wounded by the negative press, which really kind of tainted his relationship with music journalists. But despite the bad press, the album was a bit of a commercial smash. Reached number 1 in the UK, number 2 in the US. Single Uncle Albert and Admiral Halsey became Paul's first number 1 hit post-Beatles. And it remained in the top 10 US for 5 months and eventually was certified platinum.
There you go. Also, don't listen to the US writers.
Right.
You were doing just fine.
Now, oddly enough, so in UK it topped the charts for 2 weeks, spent 25 weeks in the top 100. Ringo Starr publicly criticized the album and Melody Maker, stating that he didn't think there was one good tune on it. Mr. Peace and Love, Ringo? Come on. Of course, there's a lot of stuff going on there.
Hey, jealousy.
Yeah. Yeah. Modern Reviews flipped the script. Pitchfork in 2012 reissued gave it a 9.2, calling it a masterpiece.
Generous.
That's generous, yep. And it's credited as the godfather of indie pop.
Okay, get the hell out of here.
And influencing the DIY ethos of the 90s and 2000s.
Okay.
Yep. Artists like Harry Styles, Flaming Lips, Death Cab for Cutie have cited this album's production as a major influence. And
that's funny because I can cite his influences on every one of his songs for where they grabbed that from. I feel like.
Yeah.
Okay. This is where I start to turn a little jaded.
Sure.
But I have hindsight. Yeah. I have the glory and beauty of unlimited technology in hindsight.
Right. Obviously, Rolling Stone called this number 450 on the greatest albums of all time.
After their own writer, when it came out, pooped on it.
Yep. And it's cited as by fans and critics alike as Paul's definitive solo masterpiece, even surpassing Band on the Run.
I don't know enough about that to weigh in.
It was inducted in the Grammy Hall of Fame in 2013. And
that's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah. And so basically this really serves as a bridge between Paul's solo beginnings and the formation of Wings.
Yeah.
Right.
So it was two Paul albums in between Wings, McCartney and this?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
Yep.
That's a nice jaunt.
Yeah.
Before you move between bands.
Yeah.
It's like you left a long-term relation, a real long-term. Mm-hmm. You got unengaged.
Yep.
A couple bar chicks. I mean, now you're serious about a thing.
Well, Bar Chick was one of them was a platinum album.
I know. How about that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and it really is kind of the most enduring document of the creative personal relationship between Paul and Linda.
Well, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
I love that it celebrates them.
Yeah.
I was skeptical, as I often am, coming in going, is his wife a musician? Why is she credited on this? And there's always this odd preferential or like nepotistic, like, ugh, like I'm gonna throw my wife's name on this thing, or my partner or brother or sister, whatever it might be, and like try and amplify and lift them. Ironically, if you look at the album, I've already listened ahead to the album from next week, right? And you look at the White Stripes, and you look at Meg,
Right.
and it's like, how far did you get carried before you know, the talent and the push pulled you, fell out. I was really happy with Linda's contributions on this album. Not that I'm like the guy with the gavel, but today I am.
Yeah.
And it was great. I thought the balance was actually really nice. They weren't trying to like bring her up in the light and make a second money out of it, like, like Willow Smith or something. No shit on her. She's actually dope.
Right.
Will Smith's boy, not good. Will is awesome. But it wasn't an attempt at that. It was just, this is genuinely a person who's part of this project, and she's heavily involved.
Yeah. Yeah.
She just might not be in the foreground.
Agreed. That's about all I got.
All right. Lovin' is what I've got. Or a break.
If you remember that.
After the... Nice.
Hey, yo. Dr. Tony Marino here, a.k.a. The Fixer. I'm a licensed couples therapist, sitting here at Scully's Bar. I noticed this guy over here. His name's Butch. Looks like he's got some problems with his old lady. Let's go see if we can fix him up. Hey, Butch. Looks like you're having some problems with your old lady. What's going on here? Looks like she's got you scared. What you're so afraid of?
Boobies. Definite boobies.
Why is that?
Because they're round and they're firm. It feels like I want to puke all over again.
Hey, what's your name, sweetheart?
Candy.
Candy. And who's Butch to you?
My ex-boyfriend.
Yo, Butch, what would you say your biggest asset to the relationship is? What makes you happy?
Arrogance and ignorance. And the two of them combined, that makes me happy.
Looks like Butch is making you smile for some reason. What's making you smile so much?
Because it's sweet and it reminds me of the simple pleasure of childhood.
Oh, isn't that sweet?
Yeah, really.
And hey, what's it like dating Candy?
Work.
Work.
Yeah, work.
She seems pretty fine to me. What was one of your favorite things to do after a night out with Candy?
Drinking till I black out.
What's your favorite thing about Butch?
The casual cruelty to anyone and everyone when cruelty is the point.
Oh, Jesus, she got you there. So what's your favorite thing about Candy?
She smells like menthol and rumble mints.
Oh, Jesus. Kind of sounds like you guys are actually made for each other. You see, you're both a little bit messed up, but I think you kind of complete each other in a weird kind of way. All right, that's it for The Fixer. Stop on by. Tony Madeiro's down on J Street. I'll get you all fixed up. You got a big problem with your relationship? Don't worry about it.
Money.
Money, please. Money, please.
All right, John Ralphio, what are we doing now?
Daddy. Oh, dude, I gotta rewatch all of Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
I think that show is superior to all of its counters. I watched some / most of The Office. Fine. Good media.
Yep.
What was the other one that had Donald Glover in it that could have been considered part of that like genre?
I know who you're talking about.
I know.
can't get the
Community.
name. Yeah, Community.
Right. I didn't watch that at all, though I'm sure it would have been great. But I thought Parks and Rec was
Arrested Development.
Frankie Muniz.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that for a little.
Yeah.
But no, the Parks and Rec got me. The only thing I've watched since that grabbed me, and it's been a very long time. I don't watch a lot of TV. I'm not bragging. I'm not home at night.
Yeah.
Is
involved.
Schitt's Creek? I thought was pretty good. They did a
good.
very good job with that one in that realm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Would you call it? There's all sitcoms, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I dug The Good Place.
Oh, you know what? I did watch the first whole season of that.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Ted Danson has a new thing now he's doing where he has like a private eye of some sort.
Yep.
I saw a YouTube commercial for.
Okay.
Not sponsored, but YouTube if you want to.
Right.
All right, cool. So hey, if you're just joining us, which is highly improbable since this is a podcast, we're still reviewing the album Ram by Paul and Linda McCartney. Mm-hmm. This was released in 1971. It is 12 songs long. It runs just about 43 minutes.
That's correct.
And it is highly anticipated because this is the first mention of a Beatle on our top 500.
Okay.
Think about it.
That's correct.
We've had no Beatles.
No.
No features.
No crickets.
None. Negative.
Right.
Nil.
Yep.
So we kick off with the song Too Many People.
Yeah, so this one contains some little digs aimed at John and Yoko.
Uh-oh.
And the too many people preaching practices. John felt actually so targeted that he wrote How Do You Sleep in direct response. So they were writing like angry
Songs back and forth.
diss tracks, basically.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't know any of that about this song.
Yeah. and the, the opening line. So the lyric in here is piece of cake, but starts off with piss off cake.
Oh.
It's literally the lyric. Again, they're just these little jabs at John and Yoko being all John and Yoko, and they're just infighting.
Well, the telling line, and now it's very clear to me,
Yep.
is the you took your lucky break and split it in two.
Yep.
I didn't quite get what that meant per se, but now I do.
Yeah.
I love the vibe of this song because for a diss track, it actually doesn't come out very like, yo, minor,
Yeah.
mom spaghetti,
Right.
It's actually has some cool stylistic stuff going on.
Yeah, it does. I like the groove to this one.
There's kind of a spaghetti western feel initially,
yeah,
like the guitar.
yeah,
They have that like kind of neat baritone drony thing going on. Don't quote me. It might not be a baritone guitar. I'm not saying if it's E or lower, but it inhabited that space.
yeah. It could have been a baritone because, certainly the Beatles used baritone guitars.
Yeah. Well, they like to use the Mark VI bass,
Yeah.
which kind of played with that upwards. I have one right here for the camera.
Look at that.
6 string. Let's go.
That's right.
But being able to play through, kind of the restraints of those guitars, never stopped the Beatles, so it shouldn't stop him.
Yeah. So the guitarist, of course, we talked about Hugh McCracken.
Hingle McCringleberry.
Yeah. So he played with a few other people. He played with Steely Dan.
Not surprised at all.
Yep. Donald Fagen, of course, directly. Billy Joel, Roberta Flack, B.B. King,
Jesus.
John Lennon,
Whoa.
Paul Simon,
Whoa.
James Taylor,
No.
Bob Dylan,
Oh my God.
Carly Simon,
Stop it.
Graham Partner.
No more.
Yeah. It keeps going. And Andy Gibb, the Four Seasons.
Oh, Frankie Valli.
Yep. Bunch of people. Jimmy Buffett. A lot of people.
My God. This is the best guitar player in the industry.
Maybe the greatest guitar player in the universe.
Oh my God. I would say so.
Yeah.
You kind of earned it at that point, right?
Yeah.
I'll get out of the way and say it. The guitar playing is fantastic.
It is.
Not just on this song, across the album. This song showcases the guitar playing flat out. It's song number 1, though.
Yeah.
Look no further than the ending, where it's like 6 guitars all going bananas over each other.
Yep.
They're like, yeah, let's just fucking acoustic into this while we're at it.
Right.
That hasn't even been in this like sonic space for a while.
Yeah. Well, I feel like there's an acoustic strumming thing.
Yeah,
It's kind of in the mix,
they're
but-
like, let's stick a new sounding acoustic
Yeah.
into Soloville.
Yeah. Yeah. No, this is a great intro. And I'll be clear, like the first time I listened to this album was immediately after recording our last episode.
Because that I found out tonight was one of the tendencies you have is you leave this building at like 2
Yep.
and then throw on the next album.
Yeah, it's about a 40-minute drive to get home, so I throw on the next album. And my first take was, all right, Rolling Stone, what are we doing here? Even though I now listened to this several times and I see what they're doing here. Because when this first came on, I'm like, all right, this song's good. And the next song, this song's good. It took a few listens, and this one did not hit me right out of the gate. But I really do like the song, like the driving. I like everything about this song. I like the sort of ethereal. That was your worst mistake, and you took your big break and split it in two. Like that whole section. It's just a great arrangement.
The arrangement will be a theme throughout the course of this album, whether good or not so desirable. But it's distinctive. There's nothing that's phoned in here. There's nothing predictable about any song on this album arrangement-wise, and they set the tone with this one. And, you know, one of the things that sets this apart, I can't unhear his voice. Like, I can't detach it from the Beatles so much. And so it's easy for me to phone it into the Beatles box.
Right.
You know what set it apart? This drumming.
Yeah.
This is such solid, groove-oriented, down-the-middle drumming. Nothing like any Beatles recording you've ever heard. And I thought that was so fresh for my ears.
No,
and then also, like, I thought that there was just a better soundscape. It felt more modern. I'm talking 71, but it felt more modern for me. It felt a little more country and relaxed. Felt a little more, you know, American. And like, I have that ear.
Yeah.
Grew up here.
Yeah. I agree.
I love this as an album opener. I think it sets the tone really well. If you were to look, once you've experienced this whole album, look back, this is a great center, like a cornerstone.
Yeah.
It really has elements of how kind of deep and wacky this can go and how kind of more like traditional and storyteller it can go. It kind of has it all.
Yeah. There's no overarching concept to this album at all.
No,
but there is album craft.
Agreed entirely. And you're in the 70s. There has to be album craft. But no, there's no like big story.
No.
Linda's part is underplayed per se here. She's just kind of adding in layers where she does.
Yep.
You know, when her name is a prominent name on the album, you kind of expect for like a pop out. Didn't happen here.
Right.
No problem. I thought she played her role really well.
Yeah. Me too.
Great. We move on to this next tune called Three Legs.
Yeah. So this is another track that George and Ringo thought this was a personal attack on them. It wasn't. But
Say no, narcissists.
Yeah. And the engineer Eric Wangberger.
Nice.
We're adults. Claimed the song was inspired by a drawing made by Paul's daughter, Heather, or Linda's daughter, Heather's stepdaughter. And even though this was a pretty popular track for the album, he's never played the song live. But to me, this is basically a blues song, like performed by Harry Nilsson.
Well, it's funny. This won't be the first or last time we say Harry Nilsson tonight, right? You've already said it once during break because I showed you a song.
Yep.
But agreed entirely. You know, I'm coming in song 2 on this and going, blues chart. Okay. Well, it's nice while it lasted. And I'm like, what's this guy know about blues? Well, nothing, which is the best case scenario.
Right.
Because you end up getting a cut time blues feel. Which is so much cooler than what you could have gotten stuck with.
Yeah.
Also, you end up getting a lot of odd vocal presentation, which I very much appreciate.
Well, and he had like the low pass filter. You know, he's the progenitor of lo-fi.
It's so cool.
Yeah. But what's interesting is, so we have the chorus, we have this weird panning. Right, the chorus, his vocals goes hard into your like right ear.
He does that a few times over the course of this album.
Yeah, and
it's really jarring.
It is. I'm not a fan of that. But then when that low pass filter is going on, his vocal styling is like, sounds like Elvis.
Yeah,
you know,
he's got a few personas on this album,
Yeah.
the same way that Marshall Mathers or Nicki Minaj could say they did. Like, he's kind of got like 3 colors of Paul. He's got like the one you know and love. He's got this kind of Elvis meets David Bowie, like this like real like baritone performer, and it just changes. It's like he's like clenching his chin and like way more confident.
Yeah.
He's also got this entire like fu middle finger persona version of him in this album too.
Yeah, it's almost Iggy Pop.
I would say it's Iggy Pop on monk fruit.
Yeah.
But even further up, you end up getting a version of him who's a little more. Come on, who am I thinking? Like Velvet Revolver guy.
I should know his name.
I know, right?
Yeah.
It's killing me. I had it in my notes, but it's not actually physically in my notes. Anyway, he's got some cool attitudes. I actually like his new persons because every time I don't hear him sounding like the Beatles, I give him a chance as a fresh artist in my head.
Yeah.
Second, I feel like if I'm hearing a Beatles song, it's really hard for me to detach. You know?
Yeah. This sounds like a Beatles song in
A
many
little.
ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, in many ways.
Until Linda comes in and starts singing about a one-legged fly
Right.
and three-legged dog.
Yes.
The way they sing about it, cool. It's kind of got like a God reference to it. If you look at the backwards.
Yeah.
Nate, he's not the first one to play with that.
Right.
And the way he talks about it. This song's creepy and fun. My favorite part though is the end. They go into like this whole like actual like Lil Feet type of blues finger picking groove.
Yep.
So dope. Like musicianship wise, he put a lot of trust in the hands of his band and they delivered.
Yeah.
And it's a neat way. I'm always looking for ways to break up standard charts. You hand out a 251 jazz chart. You hand out a 145 blues chart. Whether it's 12 bar or 16 bar, I don't care. When you can break it up, that's where you win battles.
Yeah. Well, that's one thing that's interesting. And the Beatles did this too. If you think, and we'll get into this later on because there's medleys on this album, but you know, like the back half of Abbey Road is basically one big medley of a bunch of like song bits. Like here's a good bit. Here's a good bit. Here's a good bit. I'm not going to develop it any further. We're just going to smash it together. And I think he does that a lot. It's like, this is as far as I want to take this idea, but I want you to hear the idea. And you'll
that annoys me. I don't like that.
So, but I think he does it better than Arcade Fire did it when they had, remember we talked about on our very first episode, we talked about how Arcade Fire had like 3 songs that had these outros that really had nothing to do with the rest of the song, or
They're
was it
just
double
like,
time?
we want this on tape.
Right. And some of those were fine. And some of them were like, eh. And I'd say the same thing here, but I think he definitely does that. It's like, here's an idea. I want you to hear the idea. I'm not going to give you a 30-second track, so you're just going to hear a bit of this idea. But it's also not as aggressive or as overpowering as like Laura Nero.
I like when good ideas fit with each other. So I don't mind. Here's a collection of good ideas that share a theme. That's fine. That's just a sweep, right?
Yep. The end of Abbey Road, which you probably don't know. But
If not off the top of my head, no, I certainly don't. All I'm saying is here, there wasn't an idea in this song that didn't work.
Right.
They all really gelled quite beautifully and seamless force or without force, right? Yeah. Even Linda's verse is so cool. It's the first time you get her. Well, I mean, we're only 2 songs in.
Right.
But boom, now you get to her be a solo singer.
Yeah.
She's got cool attitude, a whole thing going on with her.
Yeah.
She enters and she exits. And you're like, this is neat.
Yeah.
It's trippy. It's fun. It's a play on a blues that I'm not used to.
Yep.
Cut time into a nice Southern rock feel and back out.
Yep.
I'm into it. Like I'm fully bought in at this point going, all right, you got me 2 for 2. Like I'm interested and I am not bored. I'll listen to you, Paul.
That's good. Because we have some more songs to go through.
Well, you better ram on.
I did want to just recap something really quickly. Linda, we asked if Linda went peacefully. She did die young. She died at the age of 56.
As I say, it feels like she should still be with us.
Yeah. So I don't know. I didn't get anything else out of it. I can look it up later. I can put it in the show notes or something.
She exploded.
Yeah, but
just
spontaneous combust like the drummer in Spinal Tap.
That's right.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Well, let's ram on.
So this is an interesting tune. I'd like to call it the title track because the word ram.
Well, and there's a
reprise later.
Yeah.
So you're just kind of like, okay, So yeah, let's call it the title track. Why the hell not?
Sure.
It's odd.
Okay.
It's hypnotic.
It is.
It relies heavily on a ukulele, ukulele, if you will, out of tune.
But it starts with this like piano
Killer
thing.
like Wurlitzer going off on a delay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah, it almost sounds like The Who a little bit.
Yeah, The Who, or like the beginning of that one Steve Miller song. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they do like that Cool Boy studio thing, like, you ready?
Yeah.
And then it goes to single ukulele
Yeah.
or duo ukulele.
Well, and so that's Paul playing the ukulele, and it's interesting to me because the ukulele has some intonation problems, and I'm curious if it's this because he's multi-instrumentalist, guitar and bass primarily, and I'm guessing the intonation is him just pushing to. He might not be a ukulele player per se, and he's
Is
probably
anybody really? I have a nice uke.
Yeah.
I get it by on tracks, but like, yeah.
He's only sometimes out of tune. And I'm guessing he's probably just gripping the strings too hard. He's just bending himself out of tune.
I also think he's not being too precious about it.
No.
I think one of my notes, and you know, it didn't come through the way I wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
But one of my notes was like, I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt because of his prior career, or prior projects, to say he had the resources, time, management, producers, everything on his side to go, hey, that ukulele sounds like shit.
Yep.
That's on this album because they wanted it on this album this way. I'm pretty sure everything is on this album because it's not for a lack of musicianship skill. I think he was like, yeah, fucking keep that. Because it's a doubled uke. And so one's clashing poorly with the other. What's really important about this is ukuleles are notably used, especially by people who don't primarily play them. And no one can make the argument to me that he's been studying the ukulele forever at this point. To play very standard chordage. Not a lot of color chords come out of this.
Right.
You know what he does with that? He then changes his melody to create a melody that turns all of his ukulele chords effectively into 7 and 9 color chords.
Correct.
Which is fucking brilliant. And immediately gripped my ear. And I went, whoa, that is really cool.
Yeah. He's very talented. and this is the first place where I feel like, because it starts very stripped, and then you start getting some interesting vocal layering, and you get your first hint of the Beach Boys creeping in.
I say that Brian Wilson is strong here.
It is. And it's mostly it's not the vocal harmonies that are so much Beach Boys here as it is.
There's do-I-dos.
Yeah. Yep. But yeah, the sophistication, you're right, is the fact that the melody he's singing over this all of a sudden changes
everything.
Yeah.
It would have been so easy to sing diatonically. Rather, he chose something else. And what you ended up with was like this incredible color over a song that should be kind of simple and out of tune and boring.
Right.
And then the percussion. Look,
yeah.
Jan and I have shit on Phil Spector plenty, but there are these Spector signature things that will forever live on in infamy, and they're fantastic.
Right.
This is one of them.
Yeah.
Is someone taking 5 rolled up newspapers to a hollowed out 50-pound gourd?
Sounds like it, yeah.
It's incredible, actually.
Yeah.
It's incredible because I don't know. I can't tell you what that is.
Yeah, I feel like it's like heavy rain boots on like on a loading dock.
It's insane.
Yeah.
And it's saturated in, my God, reverb. So like back that up a little bit, guys. But besides that, really actually enjoy the choice of instrumentation here. It's not too busy. It's a total, far cry from everything we've heard so far, which excites me.
Yeah.
Because I love variety.
Yep.
Linda does a spectacular job on her roles in this song, just supporting. Yeah. She sings these where he is not consistent. She sings lines. She shoots bullets.
Yeah.
There's no vibrato or anything.
Right.
It's nice. It's almost like having like a Linda keyboard.
Yeah. Yeah. But what about the vocal trombone?
I'd call it trumpet at best.
It's
too high for trombone. But yes,
it's almost too low for trumpet though. Yeah.
mouth euphonium. I don't know.
Yeah, euphonium's
or
probably better,
what's the flugelhorn?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
It's an E flat. It's a pain in the ass. Don't play it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I there's an attempt there. I wouldn't call it good, but I was so happy to hear it. He's experimenting with all sorts of stylings in this song.
Yeah. This is well before Seaside Rendezvous by Queen.
Ah,
You know that song?
no, but
Oh, we'll have to check it during the next break.
I mean, I've got faith in Queen.
Yeah. We'll talk about Night at the Opera at some point.
Very good.
Yeah.
I look forward to it.
Yeah.
Super fun breath of fresh air. A song that had all of the pieces to fail, but somehow worked.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't hate him trying to copy the Beach Boys. I don't hate the Phil Spector-esque production. And I think there's a decent song here.
I mean, Phil Spector produced some Beatles.
I'm very familiar.
Yeah, so Let It Be.
They're
strings.
copying his
Yeah.
his technique is what I'm getting at here. I mean, so many people will pay homage and keep copying his technique for a long time, especially as we work our way down this list. Here's one of the places where I'd like to give credit back from what I've taken in the past. Yeah, nice song.
Yeah.
Dear Boy, song number 4. Oh, by the way, numbers so far. Too Many People, 15.5 mil.
Mm-hmm.
Drops down to 6.5 mil and 3 legs. Not surprised there.
Yeah.
But Ram On, which I guess for title track's sake gets a little bonus kick, up to 17.5 mil.
It's surprising me because while I like this song, it's weird.
It's not like a core strong song,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Maybe it's just the wouldn't it be nice aspect that's going.
This isn't the meat on the plate. It's the pickles. It's served in a little banchan dish next to it.
Yeah.
You know?
No complaints there.
Yeah, I think so. So, Dear Boy,
Yes.
I see what you did. This tune is first of its kind now on the album as well. Now, this song, you introduce this piano, you introduce kind of like Baroque style approach, and it starts to sound like the Beatles to me.
Okay.
Carl starts to tune out, but keeps a very, very open ear at the same time.
Yeah. It's so this song wrote this song as a message to Linda's ex-husband. So John Lennon thought it was another diss track because he's talking about, all the things you're missing out on. And all Paul's doing is like, it was almost like, thanks, because Linda's awesome. Right.
Yeah.
It's basically what it is. Song form's a little weird on this, actually. And actually, well, before I get into that, again, we're back to the hard panning, but it doesn't happen all the time. And I don't know if it's thematically, maybe he's singing in Joe, her ex-husband's ear.
Well, so I had theories on this.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's a mistake. So it's a hard pan right ear.
Yeah.
It's Paul opening up, singing in a very earnest Paul way.
Yeah.
He's not trying to be one of his characters. And there's this crazy, I'm going to call it a flanger.
Yeah.
Could be a tremolo. Could be a phaser. I don't know. I think it's a flanger. And it's low mixed right ear. And why this matters is because there's then this like solid bass of more modern sounding grass music with Linda
Yep.
that then hits you left ear, but also dead center.
Right.
And so now he's a mosquito in the mix.
Right.
And she's this very powerful, prominent figure.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to look at a concept song, I'm willing to go down that rabbit hole here and say this soundscape was designed for him to be kind of in someone's ear. I like where you're going with this.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what it seems like to me, because then eventually when he comes around, then he comes back to center to join her.
Yes.
Right. So whether it's just a sonic gimmick or it's playing into the message of, you don't know what you're missing out on. I can't believe you gave this up.
I think it's somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
I think that it was a very risky experiment.
Yeah.
I think it pays off because the song actually itself is pretty solid tune.
Yeah.
Lyrically, I think it's written well. Nice to know the backstory on it. Once again, I'm enlightened. It makes a lot of sense.
Or Beach Boys.
Yeah, you
It was,
can't.
and that was intentional. It's like in the notes, like they're trying to mimic that.
This was that old battle. This is the
Mm-hmm.
old Pet Sounds v. What was it, Sgt. Pepper?
Yeah.
Like I mean, they went toe for so long. They influenced the snot out of each other. It's like, you know what they didn't do? The Beach Boys like decide never to go to the Beatles side though. It's like the Beatles always wanted to bring it to them.
Right.
They were just like, hey, we're doing our thing.
Yeah. I mean, if you ever watched, I think I asked you this before, but the 9-hour Peter Jackson Beatles Get Back documentary, what's cool about, well, there's a lot of things cool about it, but what's cool about it is listening to them talk and fanboy about other bands while they're doing that. And like, oh, this is really cool. So it's not even like, we're going to do this. They're just like such fans of the other musicians of the time. And they're like, let's see if we can do that.
Yeah.
You know?
No, the stamp is left.
Yeah.
Like you can't unhear it, especially in that time where music was like just blossoming. It was throwing out technology, was allowing people to hear it, you know?
Yeah. So I want to talk about the song form because it's a little strange. I don't know if you picked it up. It's AABCBAD.
Okay. Yeah.
It like winds up and then sort of walks backwards.
What I knew it was is something I was like not patient enough to grasp.
Yeah.
So that makes perfect sense.
And the D, so it's basically verse, bridge, some middle 8, bridge again, verse followed by a coda.
That middle 8 in the coda are why I felt like it was very Baroque.
Yeah.
That was my note.
Yeah. And so a coda, for those of you who don't know, is essentially an outro, but unlike an outro, sometimes an outro is a fully composed, separate, like almost like another bridge. Whereas the coda is almost like a recapitulation of the bridge and chorus. In this particular case, it's just a chord sequence out, which is this coda.
Yeah.
And so it's just an outro, but it's more extended. Outro is usually more extended. And so one of my favorite outros. All right. It's not really, I'm just joking, but the song Don't Stop Believing. Okay. They don't start singing Don't Stop Believing into 3 minutes and 12 seconds of a 4-minute, 11-second song.
There you go.
So Don't Stop Believing is the outro.
It's not the first time we talked about
It's not the chorus.
one of these tunes. Yeah.
It's just the outro.
Yeah.
The whole song is the first 3 minutes and 12 seconds. And that's
Chorus is up and down the boulevard. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Yep.
When I cover, there's songs that would benefit from this. I think Boys of Summer is one of them.
Mm-hmm.
When I cover Boys of Summer, I don't sing the first chorus.
Ooh.
It's a better song because of it. Because it's by the way, it's a fantastic chorus. And I don't know what I'm doing, but it sounds better. To literally
delay gratification.
Because well, that's exactly right. You're holding off for the big moment.
Right.
And so you think about the way that that song goes, right? You know, because it's gonna go way on the streets, empty beach, and it's place go down low. It's riding by your house, and I know that you're not home. Don't pop the bubble yet, right?
Yeah.
And you know, I remember the days that made you scream, right? You have they have that second verse,
Right.
Then you can, I can see you.
Yeah.
It made me take a song that I was like, and made me like, that is a grand song. By simply removing a good chorus.
It's a perfect chorus.
Simply didn't need 3 of them though.
Yeah.
Because a perfect chorus doesn't demand it.
Right.
This is why when you go to Michelin star restaurants, the plates aren't 6 pounds of food. It simply doesn't demand it.
Right. Unless you're hungry.
Yeah, but all the one I've never walked out of one of those dinners hungry. Ever.
No.
Anyway. Anything else on that?
No?
Dear boy. We're gonna move over to the medley, the suite, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Uncle Albert, Admiral Halsey.
Halsey, yep.
By the way, the charter here, so everybody's making fun that I didn't even say it right. It's almost 55 million listens.
Yeah. So
Far surpasses anything else listening wise on the album.
Yeah. So this is the first song off of this album that I knew coming into it.
Not me. Mine was Too Many People.
You already knew that? You knew that song before listening to this album?
No, I didn't know any of them.
Oh, okay.
I only knew it because it's the first song on the album.
So this is his first #1 hit. Because this is weird. This is another example. This is like the Abbey Road outro. This is a bunch of songs stitched together, essentially.
It sounds like 2 songs to me, but sure.
But there are other pieces that are going on here. Uncle Albert was a real person. It's Paul's uncle Albert. And Albert Halsey was a famous World War II fleet admiral, William Bull Halsey.
We weren't sure it wasn't John's uncle or Ringo's uncle. He's writing about my uncle.
Yeah. And so the engineer helped actually stitch these things together. Paul didn't combine these two because the transition from Uncle Albert to Admiral Halsey is not quite as dramatic as Day in the Life off of Sgt. Pepper, but it's definitely a dramatic shift.
I wouldn't call it dramatic, but sure.
Yeah, well, I would.
Okay.
Yeah. Because all of a sudden you have this horn part that comes out of nowhere.
That just sounds like Beatles to me.
Yeah.
It all just sounds like fucking Beatles, dude.
Yeah.
But you know what doesn't? The gorgeous arrangement sitting behind the first half of this tune.
Yeah.
Holy God, this is the best musical moment arguably on the album.
Not so sorry, Uncle Albert.
Yeah, F him, by the way. Like, not Albert. I have no problems with him. Paul's vocals. Don't care. I don't want to hear your British monologue bullshit. Strip away the vocals and just listen to the music.
Yeah.
For the first 2 minutes and 30 seconds of this album, or for this song,
Yeah.
It's incredible. I was so sold. And as you said, it's because we had the New York Philharmonic with George Martin on it. But
That's right.
and it's so good.
Yeah.
I was like, what is this bliss pool I am sitting in?
Yeah,
I couldn't believe it.
Beautiful orchestration.
I don't even mind normal Paul over this.
Yeah.
But then he started doing like monologue crap, and I was like, I mind this. Get the shit out of here.
When he goes into the...
Starts to transition
yeah.
over, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because he kind of almost does like Monty Python style. Like,
how I hateth thy.
Yeah, I call it Count Chocula vocals.
I will unsubscribe from BritBox right now. Yeah, just get that shit out of here.
Yeah.
Look, I'm insensitive. I'm the one in the minority here. I totally understand.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't pay enough compliment to how beautiful the musical arrangement is. The first half of this song, standalone.
Yeah. Well, and I think it holds up even through if you divorce yourself of Paul's bizarre, very tongue-in-cheek vocal performance, campy vocal performance in Admiral Halsey, because he sounds fine.
Well, so the best part is I actually much prefer him in that obla-D ass role. Mm-hmm. It's over the good part I want him to shut up.
Huh. It doesn't bother me over the good part.
It bothers me so much. The back half, I'm like, oh yeah, this is just wacky Beatles shit.
Yeah.
And it's fine. It's produced well. It's enjoyable.
I love the hook, the hands across the water.
Yeah. No, it's singable. Look, this is a good song. There's a reason it's the chart tracker. I was just floored by how thoughtful the arrangement was, by just the balance of the keys and the guitar and the synth. The drumming was so tasteful and not quirky.
Right.
Fresh air. It was predictable and reliable and let me have a moment, a mood I really liked. Mm-hmm. And then it had to go, into Cheesetown.
Yeah. I love the Cheesetown part. That's the part I remember more of this song.
I'm not surprised.
Probably because of the hook, because I've heard the hook like in commercials, I believe.
Well, I'm not surprised. There's more energy there. It serves a population of folks' ears who are used to liking that style of music. I just happen to not naturally be one of them. I have to work for that.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think it all holds up all the way through. And then what's this outro?
It's an absolute shit show. So
it sounds nothing like it's like I could see that outro. It's just this cacophony of guitar, like weird stuff.
It was fun the first few times. I started skipping it in my ladder lessons.
Yeah,
I was like, enough. My ears need the rest.
I wouldn't mind that in a different song.
Yeah, like one on an album that's not in the top 500 of all time that we never have to hear.
No, I mean, like if I could hear that outro being at the end of Living, Loving, Made by Led Zeppelin before I could hear it in this, is what I'm saying. Like it doesn't, it's just so out of place.
I'm just saying, we have a guitar outro that's arguably, if you were to look at it side by side, way crazier in Too Many People.
Yes.
But I would never get rid of that.
Right.
That's the difference.
Yeah, this makes no sense.
You said it earlier perfectly. I've never heard it being put this way. I think it's what annoys me, is this whole, like, I think a lot of that catalog, a lot of the Beatle mindset is like, here's an idea. Okay, here's another idea. Here's another idea. And whether you like it or not, we're in a freaking human centipede these things together. Mm-hmm. That's a perfect example.
Yep.
What I love about this album is up until now, it's been cohesive. Mm-hmm. I don't need your crazy multiple ideas. And when I feel like we're teetering on the edge of it, luckily, overall in this album, spoiler alert, they kind of wind it back. And somebody talks some sense to them, says, no, keep this song a song, not a showcase.
Right.
You don't work in a strip club anymore.
Yeah. I actually really like this song. I don't like the outro, but
I like 70% of the song with a heavy 69% of it going to the beginning.
yeah.
Nice. All right. Smile Away.
Okay. There's a lot to talk about here.
All right. You want to open or do you want me to?
Go ahead.
It's so easy to talk about the elephant in the room. It turns on. You're like, all right, fucking, here it goes. Finally, they're going to let me down. Paul's just going to try and do a blues. This is going to sound like a Clapton song. I'm going to be bored.
Nuh-uh.
Introduce Big Fuzz bass.
No. Introduce 8 basses.
What? Oh, it's 8?
It's 8 basses to make that sound.
You know you can just buy a Big Muff off Craigslist, Paul. I was
That's what Jack
so
White buys, but yeah.
entertained.
Yeah.
I was like, what? There's no way they keep this up. And guess what? They do it the whole effing song.
Yep.
No, wait, no, I lied. Until the very end.
Yep.
In the last 45 seconds, they double down and make it bigger.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Way to not be conventional.
Right.
I'm so stoked. I was like, you're going to lose me. You're going to lose me. I'm waiting for you to lose me. Nope. Just make it sound like I'm sitting on a Hemi engine for your entire song. Idling.
Right. Well, Paul's getting gnarly with his vocals. Like
So this is the character.
Yeah.
I got it. It's Elvis,
yeah.
Bowie,
Yeah.
and Lou Reed.
Okay.
The attitude,
Yeah.
not the sound.
Yeah.
Elvis Bowie's the sound. Lou Reed is the
Yeah.
I'd rather eat gravel. Like
Yeah.
just
This is his I got a feeling vocal style.
it is.
Right.
Indeed.
But
There's a swagger to it. I appreciate this character. And I thought the character was cheesy for all of 4 seconds. And then then he convinced me was just that's who I'm going to be for the whole song. And I was like, I'm buying in.
yeah.
If that bass stays this way and you keep singing that way, I'm in.
Yep.
I loved it. What a pick me up in almost the center of the album. I was like, yes.
And the other thing that I like about this is there's a little surprise at the beginning of every verse, because this is like a 1-4-5 song.
Yeah.
But then the very first chord of every verse is the flat 7.
I noticed that.
It's like-
they hold it over. That's
Yeah.
kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like charming and witty.
Yep.
Play on the blues.
Yep.
And it's totally like unhinged the way that they use that guitar. I mean, that bass is so...
Those 8 basses.
It takes the basse, the bass section. There's good guitar work in this song.
Yeah.
That's totally overshadowed
So
by Phil Spector's wall of bass.
yeah, I don't know how well you know Spinal Tap, but you know the song Big Bottom,
I'm familiar, yeah.
right? And where they're all playing bass. It's right. So yeah.
We attempted to cover it back in the college days.
Yeah.
Did not go well.
Did you have three basses and bass keyboards?
We had 3 basses. We did not have the keyboards.
You need bass keyboards.
That's the problem. Bass keyboards. Oh, this song's hilarious. And this is the spirit of the album for me. Is when you get this far into the album, so you're 6 songs into this 12-songer?
Yep.
And then you reflect, you look back and you go, all right, I had a really good down the middle, probably the most conventional song on the album to open that showed off great musicianship, great harmonies. And then you move through and you're like, cool, here's a really weird blues chart.
Right.
That's not normal at all. Here's a ukulele song. Here's a song that has a buzzing old Beatle in my ear as we bring things together.
Yeah.
Here's an odd suite with incredible orchestration and all of the old ha 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 of the Beatles.
Right.
And then this, you're like, this actually kicks ass.
It does.
Like, this is fun.
Yeah.
And it sounds like they're having fun recording this. Doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. You can like hear him smiling as he's growling through his smile away, smile away, smile away. You can just see he's got this big cheesy grin with his Paul McCartney beard.
The shit that he sang during Smile Away too, like, I can smell your teeth, smile away. You're like, yeah. That's the Iggy Pop-ness of it too. Like, it's very...
It's a diss track.
He's starting to have... It's a little perverse in its sense, and I like this about him, but he never gets like so far away from who he is.
Right.
And Linda's like there. Mm-hmm. She always has some lines in every one of these songs, and you're like, yeah, girl.
Yeah.
I know you guys had a good lunch after this.
I sure did.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what a great way to end side 1.
Hey, say about that. What do you say? We take a little break?
Yeah, let's do that.
Be right back.
Okay.
This week in music.
This is your Backwards Beats Week in Music for the week of March 14th, 2026. Pop titan Harry Styles took a trip back to 1985 as a part of a massive media blitz for his new record, Kiss All the Time, Disco Occasionally. The pop superstar hit the BBC Live Lounge to tackle a heavy hitter, the 1985 Tears for Fears classic, Everybody Wants to Rule the World. It's a polished, incredibly faithful rendition. No real reinvention here, though Styles did trade the synth-heavy original for a prominent brass section, and some extra saxophone flourishes at the end. He even laughed off a tiny, mistimed note early on, which only made the performance feel a little bit more human. While Stereogum was quick to point out that Harry didn't necessarily have any new ideas for the song, the original duo clearly disagreed. Tears for Fears shared a clip themselves with a "Loving This" endorsement. It's a safe but solid addition to his long list of live lounge covers, and it effectively set the stage for his double-duty gig hosting and performing on SNL. Make sure to check out the Ma Hospital sketch. Also, for an otherworldly cover of the Tears for Fears classic, you should check out the cover by the Main Squeeze. Coming to theaters this spring, we're finally getting a definitive look at a legendary piece of rock history. Power to the People, John and Yoko Live in NYC, is a newly restored, multi-screen concert film documenting the 1972 one-to-one benefit shows at Madison Square Garden. These aren't just any performances, they represent the only full-length concert Lennon played after the Beatles split and his final shows with Yoko. This project has been a labor of love for Sean Ono Lennon, who led the team that physically and digitally cleaned every single frame by hand. The audio has been given the same VIP treatment, remixed in Dolby Atmos from the original multi-tracks. You can expect to see hits like Imagine, Instant Karma, and the raucous cover of Hound Dog on the big screen. It's set for a limited global theatrical run starting April 29th, with tickets going on sale Friday, March 20th, a date that marks John and Yoko's 57th wedding anniversary. If you've been diving into that massive 12-disc box set released last fall, this is the visual companion you've been waiting for. In a move designed to silence critics of its royalty model, Spotify released its 2026 Loud and Clear report, proudly announcing it paid a record-breaking $11 billion to rights holders last year. When asked to clarify if rights holders included actual human musicians, a spokesperson simply snorted and showed reporters a high-res photo of a windowless data center in Stockholm, where David Guetta's digital soul is currently being harvested for parts. Meanwhile, Morrissey was reportedly seen using his latest royalty check to buy a single, lukewarm McNugget for the cat he now shares a 2014 Honda Civic with. In a pivot towards creating efficiency, the streaming giant also unveiled its new Ghost Artist initiative. Starting next month, Spotify will begin replacing any artist who requests more than 0.003 of a cent per stream with an AI-generated version, guaranteed to make you feel like that time when that hot girl who moved in from out of town smiled at you in PE, but then you realize she's your cousin. The program, titled Project Echo Chamber, uses advanced machine learning to analyze your favorite indie bands and generate 400 identical songs about rain that technically never end. Founder David Eck defended the move, stating, "Our goal is a world where music is so abundant and free, it essentially becomes white noise that you pay $20 a month for to ignore." In related news, local musician David Miller checked out his quarterly royalty statement today and discovered that after 10,000 streams, he officially owes Spotify a sandwich. That has been your Backwards Beats Weekend News for the week of March 14th, 2026. Don't forget to salt your melons.
3, I'll be fine, right? Just get a used one.
Yeah.
Well, if you had to make a muffin, think about this hard. If you had to make a muffin that you'd have to eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day
Okay.
for one whole year,
Yep.
what are you choosing? It doesn't have to be conventional, by the way.
Okay, so I would take a bran muffin and
Choose brand. for
and
3
I
meals a
would
day.
cover it with ranch dressing.
Oh, God.
And then I would bake it for 30 minutes.
And then I would put...
So So let me ask you this. So from a ranch
It's so gross it hurts.
do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Oh, so you don't know about J.D. Vance's culinary delicacies of crescent rolls, vegetables, and ranch dressing that he bakes in the oven?
No.
Yeah, so
Because I don't take cooking tips from fucking assholes.
so that's the reference. So I was going to ask you about your preference for ranch dressing. Do you prefer like Hidden Valley Ranch or
No.
Couch Ranch?
Neither, thank you. I am above pay grade on both, thank God.
Okay.
I can afford better than Hidden Valley, and I have a wife
Got
that
it.
loves me.
Okay.
So yeah, I have those two things going for me. I think Ken's would be the lowest tier, and after that, there's just better ranches you can buy.
Do you know Ken's and Newman's Own is the same?
I always suspected.
Yep.
They're never on sale at the same time either, and I
Yep.
found that a little quirky.
There you go.
Wow.
So no Couch Cushion Ranch for you.
Negative.
Got it.
Especially day after.
Yeah. So speaking of ranch, let's move to the heart of the country.
Ooh, I love that. So we move over to song number 7 on this fine album, titled properly Ram. And it is, yeah. This tune has, let's see if I can pull up the metrics up there, Space Hog. 28 million. It's actually a pretty popular song. 28 million listens on good old Spotify. Why do you think that is, Daniel?
I think because there's a lot of elements to this one. This feels like Canned Heat and Paul Simon having a love child together,
Ooh, cool.
with some pseudo jazz elements to it. This whole folk thing that's going on, but there's like jazzy stuff, and I feel like the Canned Heat, going up the country vibe is probably what sells this song.
Yeah. Agreed. You actually, I think, did it better than me there. I said, this is a jazz song disguised as a country song.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. I thought that was nice and beautifully deceptive to have Paul McCartney come out really like trying to sell you a country song.
Yep.
But that's tongue in cheek. He knows that they're going to have really cool jazz elements. Most notably, I think the bass playing is fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great minimal percussive work with some of the driest. Like, did you like beat up a monk and steal one of those bowl cymbals from him? Like,
Yeah.
really cool drumming going on. And then he even's like scatting half his lines towards the end.
Yep.
It's melodic. It's thoughtful. up until this point on the album, it's my favorite song.
It's really good. So it's funny is this song was been divisive.
Why did John and Ringo not like it?
No. So again, John Landau from Rolling Stone gave the song a negative review, calling it the album's lowest point and criticizing the lyrics for ringing false.
Man, John Landau gets shit on because his own publication duped him out years later.
AllMusic described this as one of McCartney's best, praising the effortless folk pop style as a gorgeous arrangement. And I would agree it's a gorgeous arrangement.
I agree with all of that. I like Paul here. Mm-hmm. I don't enjoy Paul McCartney as a singer, generally speaking. Mm-hmm. I really enjoy him here. I wouldn't want to hear anybody else do this track but him.
Yeah.
I think this is delightful.
Yeah. He owns this song. In 2013, Rolling Stone ranked this song as a list of number 26 is one of Paul's best post-Beatles songs.
Number 26 of all time?
Of Paul's best. They think he has 25 better songs than this.
Paul personally has 25 better songs than this.
Yes. Post-Beatles.
We're talking about Wings too, though, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, because otherwise I don't agree. But that's fine. You span it out.
Yeah.
How many songs does he have out? I guess he's on tracks like Wyclef Jean and stuff too. So yeah, okay.
Yep. 2013, he re-recorded this song with Elvis Costello and Mark Ronson.
I'm interested. Talk about an artist I really don't like and a producer I think I like.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. It was done for a commercial promoting Linda's vegetarian recipe book, Heart of the Country.
That probably didn't work out well, seeing as how she's no longer with us.
She was then. No,
Just
no, she
saying.
wasn't. Yeah. Actually, she was. Yeah.
It would be weird to release it post-mortem.
Yeah. So, no, this is a great way to start side 2.
I agree entirely. I mean, if I were flipping a disc over and this was the first song, I'm in.
Yeah, because think about the break after the bass, like
8 bass,
bass.
octa bass, octoboss.
Yeah.
So how did they make it louder? Did they add 2 more in, or did they just turn it up at the end? I mean, I want to know. I'm gonna go look up the notes on that one. I'm still not over it.
Yeah.
No, I think this is a fantastic song. It's so musical. It shows prowess. It shows his ability to trust his band. Mm-hmm. It shows his ability to songwrite his way through a race course.
Yeah.
Yet it's beautifully done. It never loses track of a traditional, like, low country type of country tune. It's not Appalachia. It's not like Gulf. This is more kind of middle there.
Yeah, that's why Canned Heat resonates for me.
100%. Yeah. Really, really cool tune.
Yeah.
And because it's not the Valley. There's so many places you can pull country from.
Right.
But the jazz elements are so much fun.
Yep.
And it just made me smile.
Yeah. It's a great song.
All right. An even softer song, I'd like to introduce Monkberry Moon Delight.
This is a gentle little thing. Does he throw up in this song?
Maybe. Before, during, and after. This is not Paul, but guess what? He never loses character.
No.
So it took me a good minute to buy in.
Yep.
For the listener who's not hip to this tune yet,
Monkberry Moon Delight.
Monkberry Moon Delight. It's got a decent amount of listens, actually. Almost, it's just 19 million listens on the album, which is one of the higher numbers.
Yep.
It's chaotic. Mm-hmm. It's a little theatrical, but it's mostly just kind of like it's kind of character play.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
That's why the theatrical part comes from me. He's kind of channeling this mad person and like overly happy about a product.
Yeah.
Like if this McDonald's CEO on the big arch did it half as well as him, they'd be selling these things out the door.
That's right. That's right. So my note on this is Paul sounds like he swallowed Mick Jagger and Mick is shouting out from his esophagus.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
He's definitely channeling some Mick.
Yeah.
The song itself has like an ELO feeling
The guitar.
Yeah, and it drives. Yeah, and it drives. Which is really cool too. It has like a ton of guts to it. You can see that. You can see like Supertramp kind of in that realm too.
For sure.
Those two are always kind of married at the hip for me.
Yeah.
But I like when things go this way.
He's unhinged.
He's going for it.
Yeah.
He's married to this moment and he's not letting it go. I can't imagine him not after this song having to come back to character, you know?
Right. When in the set do you sing this song? Because this is not like healthy vocal gravel.
No. This is full Dave Grohl.
Yeah.
To the best of his ability.
Right.
And his ears.
Right.
You sing it second to last, maybe.
Yeah.
And then like accept the fact that like by the time you actually know what damage you did, the show's over.
Yeah. Because I did a recording back in, it was like 1996 or 7. And it was an impromptu recording. I was visiting some friends in New York City. They had some session time. They invited me to come in and they just needed someone to do some shout vocals in the background. The song was a fairly unhinged song. So I'm just screaming at the top of my lungs and you hear the little rasp in my voice now, that little gravel.
Yeah.
That's from 1997. That's what's that.
Earned.
Yeah.
Totally earned.
Yeah.
I mean, I actually overall like this song. It's welcomed because it's the only thing on the album that sounds like it.
Yeah.
Linda's doing some good work in this tune.
Yeah.
Really solid backups.
Yeah.
Like almost grounds him, you know?
Yeah.
And much needed. It's a reminder that we have something here that we can rely on.
Yeah.
I like the song chart.
Yeah.
That's the thing that draws me to ELO. Like this could still be a pop song. Even with all of the chaos. Because if you didn't say this was Paul McCartney, no one would guess it's Paul McCartney. There's no signatures of his writing style in it.
No.
There's no signature of his vocal style in it with the exception of him just screaming into a damn microphone. And it's not a bad vocal performance, frankly.
Yeah.
I don't know how long he can sustain it, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah. The closest thing that I think I get from his catalog, like stylistically, is I'm the Walrus.
Yeah, that would be the one.
But that's more of a John song. Anyway, John sings that one, but because the lyrics are so weird. So I sat in the attic, a piano up my nose, and the wind played a dreadful cantata.
Cantata. Yes, I remember that part. I was like, dude, he's doing lines of piano. Where do you get that?
Yeah.
Is that just elephant ivory?
Yeah. And then the second verse, when the rattle of rats had awoken the sinews and nerves and veins, my piano boldly outspoken. It is boldly outspoken. Like, it's just nonsense.
Yeah.
But
you know what? Like I said, like if you climb the ladder, you have the trappings of that. You can take it all the way up. Like Franz Ferdinand, like took a note from this.
Yep.
So this is where I will agree with whoever's comment was. It like said like this may have ushered in some indie.
Yeah.
I would give it to this song.
Yep.
This gets points towards that claim.
Yep.
In my personal opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Highly entertaining.
Yeah.
Really fun. And as it has been the norm on this album, sounds like nothing else. Right now, we have no repeat of sound or style.
No.
And I'm so thankful for that. Love me some variety. Yeah, you still feel like you're sitting in the same boat.
Yeah.
It's just a wacky ass boat.
Yep.
All right, cool. So we scoot down to song number 9, which falls off on listenership quite a bit, down to 5.5 million listens, which is kind of unfortunate.
Yeah. Eat at home.
Eat at home. What do you think, man?
It's a good suggestion. Restaurants are expensive.
Yeah.
Usually home cooking is healthier. Fresh
Yeah.
ingredients.
I worked in a few restaurants.
Yeah.
A lot of butter, a lot of salt.
Yep. That's why it's yummy.
Guess what I cook with at home?
Butter and salt.
A lot of butter, a lot of salt.
Yeah.
Guess why it's yummy.
Yep. The song was originally called "Come On, Little Lady."
Yeah, I wonder why.
Yeah.
This might be the most like straight ahead and conventional tune on the album.
Yep.
It also sounds like the most fun they had. We've got our Elvis character back.
Yep. Yeah.
You know, not quite Elvis.
Yeah.
More like I don't know, like Roy Osborne type person.
Yeah.
but it's kind of like that more like bop era doo-wop. Like,
Eat at home.
yeah, exactly. It's got a cool feel to it. They're both leaning into it. Linda's all over this track as well.
Yeah.
It's fun. It moves. It's such a clean recording. And here's the thing. Take the Beatles band and have them play this song. It does not sound nearly as good. Take a band of paid studio professionals who stay on the grid and are really driving it. It sounds pristine.
Yeah.
And it's so nice to hear him. You can hear his confidence singing over this outfit, not having to carry it.
Yeah. Here, drums are a highlight on this one as well.
Fantastic.
Some great fills. Just, yeah.
And production-wise, you're capturing everything. The toms sound rich and full.
Yeah.
Like, they really... This is, like, the best jukebox listen of the night.
Yeah.
This might be the best sounding song on the album overall.
It could be.
I mean, if you look at it like saturation, full stop, you know.
Come on, little lady.
It's not the most interesting. It's the one you can sing a hook to.
Surprisingly, John Lennon publicly admitted that he actually liked this song.
Oh, soft spot.
Yeah. Well, because a girl helped break up the Beatles, this song about eat at home, eating breakfast in bed. And,
Yeah. Well,
those nice little things.
well, nice that he goes there. He does shift from his one self to his other character during the verse from I think it's first and second.
Yeah.
But overall, it's a pleasant tune. It's not outstanding in a field of songs that are, and I don't use outstanding as like a negative positive, but like there ain't too much we can say
It
about
doesn't stand out.
Yeah, it just it's very digestible.
Yeah. And it's, there you go. And I'd say the Elvis in this is 70s Elvis.
Oh, totally. I hear where you're going with that.
And later on, Paul released a reggae instrumental version of this song under the
Oh,
under the pseudonym Percy Thrills Thrillington.
I'm sorry, one more time.
Percy Thrills Thrillington.
Percy Thrills Thrillington? Or Percy Frills?
Thrills.
Oh, he Thrillington did?
Thrillington.
That's dumb, Paul. Boo. That was stupid. There's so many better opportunities we had there. You should have called us. Okay. Eat at home, Paul. No, I actually like that too.
Yeah, it's a good song.
Song number 10, titled Long-Haired Lady, which hilariously enough, in the video thing on the Spotify, it shows him and his short-haired wife hanging out together.
Yeah. But she used to have long hair.
I'm sure she did. It's also not about her.
Because this is a stitched together series of songs.
Which is why it's my least favorite song on the album.
But the orchestral arrangement stands out for me.
Good. Mm-hmm. And look, there's nothing wrong with it per se.
Yep.
I just don't. There's nothing in this song that drew me towards it. My notes read, not that it's a bad song. It's listenable, though once again, goes on too damn long. What gets me here is it just sounds like a Beatles song to me. Very typical jarring section changes, using the same instrumentation as the Beatles would, and his voice is obviously so iconic you can't unhear it. I do like Linda's part. I think that kind of squawky female voice is a lot of fun. Not a bad song. I think the orchestration is fantastic. There's a lot of different musical elements. It just reminds me so much of the Beatles that it kind of drones on. I'm fine with it and fine without it.
Yeah, so I agree. So I actually really like the Beatles, so it's sounding like the Beatles is not a negative for me. But this sounds like Beatles leftovers.
I don't not like the Beatles. There's plenty of Beatles I like.
Right.
This just sounds like people doing things in the style of the Beatles.
Yeah.
Get it? Yeah,
so
leftovers.
Leftovers.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't have anything else to say unless you want to speak about it.
No, it's the weak point for me as well.
If we were going to drop a track off the boat, believe it or not, it's not the last one. It's this one.
Yeah.
Which brings us on to, well, man, we're almost done. Ram On, the second coming of ranch dressing. I mean, the reprise.
Right.
This is literally, if you didn't tell me otherwise factually, just they had one song, they cut it, they showed us the first half, and this is the back half, right?
Yep. With a snippet of Big Red Barn.
Yeah, I was like, hey, what's this jig at the end?
Yeah.
I was like, this is cool.
Yeah, which he released 2 years later. But
All right, sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you see, know, I was like, this is just a cool jig.
yeah.
Which goes to show your theory about let's just hammer shit together and see if it works. Well, there you go. This also entirely not necessary, adds no value to the album. However, I don't mind it.
What it is because Long Haired Lady gets pretty trippy, right? And it goes to this like trippy, like triplet sort of, or 6/8 thing. And I feel like this is a palate cleanser, a transition really, just to get you to the end of the album.
Yeah.
Because how long is it? Is it in a minute? 55
It's
seconds?
55.
Yeah.
After a 6-minute, 5-second song. Yeah.
So this is just the
This is the palate cleanser.
palate cleanser.
Perfectly put. And then the back seat of my car.
So this song was originally presented to the Beatles during the Get Back rehearsals, but was passed over.
Sounds like a Beatles tune.
Mm-hmm. But I actually, it's funny because I don't know. I really like this song.
So I like the fact that this sounds like a Beatles song that got a facelift.
Mm-hmm.
It's post Beatles. It's
Yeah.
clear to me it is.
Yeah.
And I know I sound like a huge Beatles naysayer. I swear I'm not.
You've been
What I-
shit talking them.
What I am
Mm-hmm.
is untrained and somewhat ungrateful. I fully represent that. Like I will own where I sit with this band. I don't like when things are overdone. Like, don't give me the same song 6, 7, 8 times. I don't like when I can figure your whole spiel out very easily.
Mm-hmm.
They've been copied and copied and copied so many times. So to watch all the members split and then go rewrite Beatles sounding songs would annoy me to death, right? And so it's so cool, it's so refreshing to hear Paul do so much creative stuff on here. And here is a song that very well could have been a Beatles tune,
Yeah.
isn't, and is better for it.
Yeah.
That's my argument.
Yeah.
What I like about this tune is there's equal part elements of traditional storytelling,
Yep.
but also just kind of off the wall stuff.
Right.
I love this kind of wild story. It's effectively, in my mind, him like being like, Dad says don't fuck in the back of the car.
Right.
I'm telling you all the things we might do that aren't that.
Right.
But guess what we're gonna do? This one's neat because there's some exploration of time over the course of it. And if
Yeah.
you notice, every verse and chorus has a shift and a change as they work through this tune. It's not highly repeatable, but it becomes anthematic nonetheless.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's because it's this whole idea of, well, the hook is we believe that we can't be wrong.
Yep.
Right. As they're kind of going on this journey. You know, can they make it? Was it to Mexico City?
To Mexico,
Yeah. They want to get down there. So I think one of the reasons John didn't like it, he didn't like that we believe we can't be wrong. But to me, this is a perfect album ender, right? Because we had this is now the second album that's talking about being in the backseat of the car that we've reviewed for this podcast.
How about that?
Yeah. Just statistically, this is the second one. But we talked about Manu Chao, like that final song was like the walking off into the sunset song. And so that's what makes it sort of an interesting finisher. And we have a few other ones. One just slipped my head that was another finisher, which is like this transition into the next phase.
We've
And-
also seen numerous artists on this list do like a song that doesn't sound like the rest of their catalog as their last song.
Yep.
Which kind of
Stooges.
pushes that way. Indeed. Yep. Didn't Bonnie Raitt do something like that too, maybe?
That's what I was trying to.
Yeah.
It might have been Bonnie Raitt.
But there's a number of artists who will take a chance. Oh, Selena too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's
Black Flag.
Yeah. Black God. Henry Rollins. We need to get him back
Damn
on
it.
our advertisements again. He did such a great job on our first one.
Oh yeah, with his bath time. Yep.
Yeah. Enya.
Yep.
So you end up with a great song here at the end of the album. I do agree with you entirely. And so I love this one, even though it doesn't show off some of the musicianship, like frilliness of the band they hired, or some of the wild ideas that we know they can channel, a la first the A side of this album,
Right.
which was I think a little more wild.
Yeah.
You know, this is a very safe and good feeling song that feels very much like his first tune.
Yep.
So if you look at the bookends of this album, they kind of kiss.
Yep.
They're two incredibly listenable. Hey, check out Paul McCartney's album. If you turn on either one of these, you're like, yeah, you buy in. And as you get into the meat, that's where it gets fun.
Yeah. Yeah. You end in a comfortable space. And that's why I say the album craft here. If you just look at the first track and then the last track on the first side and the first track on side 2 and the last track, those two things are very intentionally placed.
Yeah. It's like roast.
Yeah.
It's like well done. It gets rare in the middle.
Yeah.
Overall, does it belong in the top 500 of all time?
I struggle with that. So if we get into the would you hit it? Yes, I would. I really enjoyed this album. I think it's very creative. I like some of the Beatles homage. I mean, he was a Beatle, so he's going to sound like the Beatles.
Yeah,
right.
I have to get over that too. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like a problem. Oh, my kid was listening to Wolfpack.
Nice. Worst things to listen to.
I was like, what's popping up here?
But if Paul McCartney did not make this album, would we be talking about it? Is it that good to put it on the list?
So are you saying if another person wrote this?
Yeah. It obviously did well financially. You know, a million records is nothing to laugh at.
I don't know that I could judge it on hypothetical though. Paul McCartney did make this album.
Yep.
And you can't ignore that. And I think his talent spoke. Like my appreciation for him rose here, which upon myself is its own like investment.
Right.
Yeah.
But again, is this album that good? Because I think there are a lot of really good albums that are not going to make this list.
I agree with you there.
So that's the only thing that's getting to me is like there are some albums that I know are not on this list that I think are easily as good, but they weren't penned by Sir Paul McCartney.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the only thing that I question because it's not so amazing.
So where do you land?
I don't know if it belongs on the list, but I like the album a lot.
I left this up to a game time decision. I find your argument compelling, and I will agree with you, much to our listeners' chagrin. They want us to disagree.
They're already going to be pissed that we don't think it belongs on the list because it's Paul McCartney, but no shade on Paul McCartney. I love the Beatles, right? So
I just don't know that this is that special.
Right.
I think it's cool.
Yeah.
It's not special. I threw Boys to Men 2 off this list. I need to hold my standard. I think that this is in the top 2,000 maybe. But no. I mean we need to up our stringency as we push in. Because every day more music comes out.
Yep.
If you're gonna challenge the king, right?
That's right.
Yeah, I'll go with you. Look, it's a good listen. There are 4 songs on here that I find really great, and the rest I find good to find to a couple meh. That's not the trappings of a oh shit album, and it didn't do anything new enough to blow me up. I think he twisted the blues 2 times, which was really neat. I think he hired a good band. Ram doesn't breathtake me. Nothing's breathtaking.
Yep.
There you go.
There we go.
Okay.
That took a minute to get through that. Because,
that's worth it. That's worth it.
Yeah, because it's, 500 greatest albums of all time.
You got to be stringent.
Yeah.
And he'll have his moments.
He'll have
he will not lack trophies.
10 to 12 more on here.
Yeah.
I don't know how many Wings albums will be on. Probably 10 Beatles albums. He'll be okay.
Plenty. They'll have plenty going on.
And I'm sure he does not care one iota what we think.
If he would like to come onto our podcast and tell us why we're wrong, we will happily accept him and consider reversing our call.
I will just
Is that
reverse the
fair?
call if he shows up.
If you simply show up, we will reverse the call. If you call us, we will reverse the call.
That's right.
If your lawyer sends us a letter, we will not reverse the call.
That's correct. But
That's
you can
guaranteed.
But if he wants to slide into our DMs at Backwards Beats Podcast,
Yeah, or a Gmail,
at backwardsbeatspodcast@gmail.com.
or even better, because we know he has the money to afford free.
Yes.
He can join our Patreon.
Which is Backwards Beats Podcast.
Yeah, what do you think about all of that?
There we go. And if you do join now, because we're going to be producing a live in-person episode of an album that is not on the list.
Indeed.
And if you go over to Patreon, we're going to do a survey. We actually have a survey out right now where you can pick. We've selected 4 albums. You can pick one of those 4. If you're on Patreon, you can write in your vote, and we may consider it. But if we put this on Instagram, we put the same poll there, we will not consider any write-in ballots.
That's right.
So you have power to join our free Patreon.
Power. So Patreon wins that one every day.
That's right. Question.
Yeah, sir.
What is in your ears?
Great question.
Thank
I
you.
knew this was coming, and I still froze.
Choked.
I always do, because you get to ask the question. What's in my ears? You listen to so much more music than I do. Oh, I know what's in my ears. I was studying some of Baltimore's Bible this week,
Okay.
otherwise known as a album by the band Talking Heads.
Okay.
Yeah. Can you guess which one?
Stop making sense.
No, Speaking in Tongues.
Speaking in Tongues.
Yeah, Stop Making Sense is my favorite one.
Yeah.
So Speaking in Tongues is the one I'm gonna now, kind of learn inside and outside. I've been getting a lot of requests live for them. Mm-hmm. Seems like Baltimore Pride is going up big time, and I'm all about that.
Sure.
I'll take, Talking Heads and Zappa requests.
Yeah.
Let's go. I mean, I won't be able to do them all. I can do your Counting Crows ones, no problem.
Yeah.
But man, what an album. What a crazy, crazy, awesome, energetic, writing out of the box album. I don't know what to call this music. And I love that about it.
Yeah,
It's
I think
so
you call it-
uniquely theirs.
Yeah, I think you call it Talking Heads.
Yeah. You want to talk about something spectacular, something extraordinary that deserves a 500 spot.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be blown away if one of the 2 albums we just mentioned isn't on the top 500.
Right.
That would be a huge snub. Like, that's like go bomb the building worthy. But this is a fantastic listen.
Yeah.
And I was familiar with a lot of the tunes on it, but man, listen to it as an entire album. Talk about album craft.
Right.
They really think about how songs flow into each other.
Yeah, I agree.
Just an incredibly enjoyable listen. And the best part of it is watching my kid dance to it. I'm like, yeah, like 3.5-year-old baby Jonas is going ham on this.
Yeah,
That's,
you should.
That's good taste.
Now, can Jonas actually dance, or does he dance more like?
No, he's a little boy. He just does karate.
Right.
Yeah, that's what little boys do. They do karate and spin.
Right, because she's Talking Heads, the lead singer.
Dave
Byrne.
Dave Byrne.
Right. Does he dance?
Yeah. I'll put him in one of my suits.
There we go.
Oh yeah, no, it's awesome. A fun, energetic way to really lift up these incredibly dreary last days of winter that we have before we punch into these upcoming 70s. Thank God.
Yeah.
What's in your ears?
I got a weird one for you, my friend.
I'm not surprised.
The band is called A World Wondered Full.
Wondered Full.
Yep.
Okay.
It's a band out of Thailand,
Nice.
and the album is called Who Do You Call When the Police Murder? What songs do you sing for a building burning bright?
Yeah.
I did not know. I had to translate it because
That's incredible, though. Think about that statement.
yeah.
Hell yeah. What's it sound like?
Oh, it's intense. It's experimental kind of drone. This is not for everybody. There are 3 songs. The album is 53 minutes long. Okay. It is
And I'm
not.
bitching about Paul McCartney's 6-minute song.
Yeah, first song is 20 minutes, 16 seconds. Second song is a mere 9:51. The third one is 23:46. So it's long. There's some orchestral hints to it, but it's mostly rock. It's powerful. The music sounds like what you think it would sound like for that topic. It doesn't sound like Rage Against the Machine arguing,
Is it lyrics or no?
Yeah.
There's vocals.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not all instrumental. It got me going down this other whole path with that same band, because they have another album which is more symphonic in nature. It's called The Corner, another 3-song album that is 58 minutes long. So I've been just enjoying some fairly intense, not for everybody, but it's what's been in my ears.
Hey, put them on blast so that people can hear them.
Yeah.
I love that.
And how many people listen to bands? I'm not flexing here. I actually got the recommendation from my son. Not a lot of people listen to music from Thailand.
Yeah.
And it's on the streaming services. You can see it.
Lovely. I want to support that.
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
There you go.
Well, it's been an absolute joy. What do we have next week?
We have, we should talk about the elephant in the room.
Ah.
Yeah.
I think I spoiled that earlier.
You did.
Yeah.
We'll be talking about the Elephant, the 4th album by the White Stripes.
There we go. The Rolling Stones' own sweetheart children.
That's correct.
At the helm finally for Judgment. Well, we look forward to discussing all of that with you next week. I'm Carl Carter Fansteel.
I'm Dan Woodard.
Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you later.
That was a show about the album ran by Paul and Linda McCartney. Esoteric music with some good arrangements.
Backwards Beats Podcast is a Tune-A-Win production recorded live at Thought Shack Studios in Halethorpe, Maryland.
If you enjoyed the show, make sure to subscribe and leave us a review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
You can find us at Backwards Beats Podcast on most platforms.
Share the love, and we'll see you next week for another deep dive into the next album on Rolling Stone Magazine's Top 500 list. Until then, salt your melons.